Sydney Arnold Productions. Introducing Amok Cultural Syndrome. Hey everybody, my name is Sydney Arnold and I'll be covering the Amok Cultural Syndrome. So let's start with, what is it? Well, the Amok Cultural Syndrome is a mental illness resulting in super aggressive behaviors based in Indonesia and Malaysia. When translated to English dictionary, it means running away or in a frenzy. People who experience the Amok syndrome tend to become quite murderous. In further extreme cases, the affected person may attempt suicide, and it started to occur in 1430. Now, what are some symptoms and diagnostic criteria? First, we got social withdrawal, or apathy before violent explosions or episodes, loss of control, sudden aggression, psychological distress, or a history of social isolation. Here are some biopsychosocial symptoms. For bio, we have neurochemical imbalances resulting in aggressive attacks or episodes. For psycho, we got altered consciousness, changes in brain patterns going from isolated states back to aggression suddenly. And social, we got social isolation, social withdrawal, lack of social presence or communicative ability. Now it's time we discovered the causes for this shocking syndrome. According to the National Institute of Health, a violent past or lifestyle can cause major Amok syndrome episodes. Any forms of violent actions can do this, whether it's verbal provoking, negative speech, threats, physical altercations, or being bullied, through provoked lifestyle and unsettling environments. Now, are there any treatments or interventions? It's apparently impossible to fully cure or fix someone who has this Amok syndrome, but there are ways to partially treat it and keep it calmed down. This can be done using psychological methods to ease the brain or relieve stress, such as cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy can focus on changing unhealthy thoughts or behaviors. Time to explore the cultural barriers with this syndrome. Number 1, language. Language is a major cultural barrier that can prevent individuals from getting access to help and treatment. Language barriers regarding symptom explanations can also lead to misdiagnosis, which can result in extreme negative situations. Having strong communicative skills is vital when experiencing any sorts of illnesses. By communicating properly, the doctors will be able to better analyze the situation and give the absolute correct treatments. Third world countries such as Afghanistan or Ethiopia have many refugees moving to and from countries, and many of them don't know English. This makes it harder to find out how to help them and makes it harder for them to survive and get the treatment they need. Cultural norms can greatly impact the ways of treatment. For example, cultural norms and traditions such as religious people, sometimes they may refuse treatment during their fasting because if they willingly break their fast, then their community will clown on them. So, groups of people also are against the usage of medicine, such as people who are anti-vax. This could also result in its treatments and diagnosis being more inaccessible. Alrighty guys, time to cover the ethical implications and lifestyle impact. Individuals with the Amok Cultural Syndrome may put themselves into extremely dangerous situations. This is a really big implication. People with this may unknowingly and suddenly lash out in violent episodes. This can result in physical harm for the individual and ruin their reputation and family bonds. There are also other issues that may occur because of the individual. Other people may be open to physical harm, violent provoking risk, and other dangers in public areas. So how does this impact lifestyle? Well, having Amok syndrome puts the individual and those around them through negative and sucky violent actions or provoking, which can definitely result in lots of harm. Time to cover the DSM-5 strengths and weaknesses. The DSM-5 gives amazing diagnostic criteria. It gives almost 300 mental illnesses. The DSM-5 gives amazing diagnostic criteria. It gives great information about almost 300 mental illnesses. The DSM-5 is a fantastic, helpful guide to absolutely support professionals in their understanding, treatments, and overall diagnosis with the patients. On the plus side, diagnostic criteria is constantly revised. Using the DSM-5 ensures for a general and cohesive understanding, which further helps and increases healthcare systems. But there are some cons. A major con is that the DSM-5 doesn't consider any cultural differences whatsoever. Its diagnostic criteria for mental illnesses are also quite loosely defined and explained. This can lead to absolute misdiagnosis. The DSM-5 greatly oversimplifies the human emotions that lead to stigmatization of mental health. Cultural competence. What's some things that can help with Amok syndrome? By providing the best possible support and treatments, this could be like understanding the past or understanding what can provoke someone. You can also try helping the person by increasing positive emotion. To conclude, the Amok cultural syndrome is a mental illness that occurs in Indonesia and Malaysia. It started in 1430 and still occurs in today's world, causing many people to lash out and have violent episodes. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.